Hello, everybody. I'm Tia Butts, and welcome to 5 o'clock somewhere. This is the TGIF show. Yes! Woohoo! We have our array of hosts team here at 5 o'clock with us, including Susan Quinn, Boris. We have our chef as well, Deline. And, of course, the infamous Didier Lusseau. And tonight, we're going to talk about all kinds of things. We're just going to keep it casual because it is TGI Friday. And we want you to tweet your questions to us at Toot Social with the hashtag 5 o'clock. Because we want to hear what you have to say as well. It's been a long week, and it's been a busy week. And we are going to recap that. But it's been an exciting week on all fronts.
Awesome.
And foremost, and first of all, because we all need to have a drink in our hand, it is Friday after all, it is 5 o'clock. It's also National Margarita Day.
Yum.
That is correct.
Ay, caramba.
We're missing the mariachi band.
That's what I was.
We have one right here.
Well,
are you going to sing something?
I don't think I'm drunk enough ready to I'm pretty well. I'm at 2 waters here. I don't think I'm ready to.
It may happen. It may happen.
Well, Susan, it looks like you're ready to pour me a glass of something over there. So do you want to tell us what you've got?
Well, first of all, we're using our fine JackLarkin.com glasses from our sponsor.
Yes. JackLarkin.com.
That's what it says on the glass. JackLarkin.com. It's Yountville, California.
Lest we not forget our other sponsor, too.
We will get to that in just a moment.
Yes.
But first, I would love to pour you guys a drink.
Please do.
Please. Because it is National Margarita Day. NationalMargaritaDay.com is how I found that out. And I think I saw it on TV all day long and stuff.
I'm sorry.
So, ooh. Turn off your phone.
Yeah, I don't know how to turn it off.
You shouldn't turn off your phone. We're going to turn the sound off on our phone.
So, what I have made for you tonight is a combination of tequila, lime juice, lemon juice, and what I like to do, especially in the fall, but this is sort of a wintry, pre-spring day, is some Wonderful pomegranate juice.
Ooh,
and it really spices up, gives you like a wintertime margarita.
Totally, and good for you.
And it's gorgeous.
It's very good for you. The antioxidants, like you can just tell everybody how healthy you are.
Some French salt.
And some French salt. This is my favorite salt. Put on the rims, which I didn't because I didn't want to mess up the Jack Larkin glasses from Riedel. Anyway, this is coarse sea salt. Baleine?
La Baleine.
Labalin? It doesn't say. Oh, yeah.
There
okay.
You go.
Anyway, you can get this at Safeway or any other fine.
Anyway.
So you put that in a bowl and you put
you have the blue one too,
rim with the leftover lemon and put your glass in it and rim it with that. However, also have something a little more fancy. And Deline, Meatmaster Deline, will tell you a little bit about that. It's a lime and coconut. Put the lime in the coconut.
Put the lime in the coconut.
And so, what is
we won't sing.
So this is this lime coconut salt is to dress the rim of your glass for my my ruby red Rita. So I take ruby red grapefruits, fresh squeeze. Use that in place of your sweet and sour.
Is that called massaging the grapefruit?
Massaging the grapefruit. And if you're having an angry day, you can eat the grapefruit.
No comments.
Maybe I need a margarita.
Yeah, get one.
I'm on it.
Add some, I like to use key limes for my lime juice. And use your choice of tequila. Shake it all up or blend it, and then I like the coconut lime juice on the rim of my glass.
And how did you buy that or did you make that? How did that come about?
This was a gift, and I was like, what do I do with coconut lime salt?
Can I open it?
Sure,
Please do.
That's unusual. I've not seen coconut lime salt before.
Ooh.
It's more limey than coconutty.
How much tequila did you guys
but
put
it goes really nicely with the grapefruit, the lime.
That is good.
I kind of like that a little bit better than the brown thing. This will be more subtle. You know, most of the time we're like, you know, especially something you can put around also like the rim of for a Bloody Mary.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like that kind of and it's a little bit more subtle. It's like, you know, yes, I mean, I kind of like it.
Yeah, it's not so heavy.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think, for my taste, they oversalt.
Oh yeah, just fucked up.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, this thing is like, you know, takes you like forever like to
it's
go
like
through that.
regular salt.
Right,
I want, you know.
There are so many good salts out there. I mean, choose one, experiment with it. Maybe it doesn't work.
So how much is that?
Try again. Little thing like that's usually around $4.
Right, I buy that. You know,
It's a good price.
Chef, how hard is it to make your own infused salt? Like, because that would be kind of fun to do, I think.
Yeah, it's very simple. You need something that has a little bit of oil, and you want, like I like to use the zest, get big strips of the lime zest and lay the salt on top of it. So the salt soaks up the oil from the zest itself. That way you don't get little bits of zest in the salt. But if you don't mind the zest bits, you can shave that in there. Or there are so many essential oils now. Get you some crushed salt, mix it up, and go.
But you have to so you do this at a minute, you know, like pretty much right away, and but that's not something that you can keep forever. That's something like, you know, you do this like for the morning or.
I keep my salts around until they're gone. Usually 6 months to a year if I make a small batch.
Right.
Yeah.
What's your salt?
And actually, the same goes for sugars too, like lavender sugars, things like that. Like that's fairly easy to do, I think.
Vanilla sugars, exactly.
Yeah, and then you have something great for some other kind of cocktail.
So, is that the same process of like a confit? You know, like, you know, do like a confit, like, you know, a curate. This is what you're doing, like, you know, with that, you know, because you like, you know, this salt is involved into that, and so you can keep it a little bit longer than any other.
Exactly.
The
salt
like, you know,
is a preservative.
Yeah.
So what you lose over time are the flavors of the essential oils, as they kind of, some of those, I want to call them esters, evaporate over time. So you lose some of the flavor. But a salt, being the preservative that it is, typically holds many of the flavors that you infuse it with for a fairly good amount of time. Whether that's mushrooms, whether that's citrus, or if you even smoke, you can smoke salt really easily.
Well, I'm curious to know what kind of tequila that Susan put in this, because it's strong. I TGIF Margarita in the biggest way.
I put 50-50. Tequila, everything else.
This show is going to get really interesting in a little while.
You can smell from here. It's like,
yeah, and I have a cake to decorate tonight. I'm like,
she's going to get ready to Okay, so what's everybody like to drink with their margaritas in general? Or what to drink?
It could be double-fisted. It's
See, it's already. It's 50.
Oh, man.
What do you like to eat with your margaritas?
You know, I like, you know, for me, I think I like a slow cooking food, and I think that,
like,
you know,
pulled pork kind of thing.
and all that, something that's been like a cooking on fat, and I think like the you know, the sugar or the cooking out of that, the salt that's, you know, transpiring through the meal goes very well with margaritas. I mean, that's not like, you know, that's not a clash. This is a continuity. You know, that's not like, you know, a marriage of things. This is something like, you know, where from sweet you keep going sweet. You know, this is like something on that kind of a richness of it. And the margaritas to me are very, very, very rich. You know, at times. And so I think that, you know, it could be like some great meal like coming up out of that.
Yeah,
seriously.
Yes, absolutely. And I because I like my margaritas a little bit on the lighter side with the citrus and that kind of thing. So I like it with spice. I like it with with shrimp on the grill, like a blackened shrimp or a jerk rub shrimp on the grill. Even smoked trout with some creme fraiche on some flatbread goes well with this particular grapefruit.
Yeah.
With my ruby red Rita. So, but yeah, you can. That's a cool thing I like about margaritas. They change. You can change whether they're light, whether they're heavy, whether they're citrusy, whether they're smooth, whether they're sweet, with just the addition of some fruit or another liqueur that you add to it.
You know, I was watching something from, I think it was a Sauza tequila expert the other day, and they revealed that not only are margaritas one of the most popular beverages out there, but that I think women are the primary drinkers of margaritas. So ladies, grab your margarita and let's go. And I also hear that a lot of people, though, are intimidated to make a margarita at home. They think it's going to be too hard. But you just listed off the ingredients and it's
simplicity. Yeah. Whatever. Well,
and I like
some cuddles.
I like to use low-end tequila. I like to use Cuervo.
Yeah.
It has the flavor. I don't like to use high-end.
That's great for Cuervo.
Cuervo.
You know, Jose Cuervo, it's not expensive, and you're not, you know, I think shots or for shots, and they're, you know, I won't do a shot of it, but I do like to have that tequila flavor, you know, and that may be wrong, but if I'm wrong,
well, you tell us what's your favorite tequila and margarita. Tweet us at Toot Social with the hashtag 5 o'clock, and you tell us what you prefer in your margarita. So.
Well, I like a lot of things myself, but you know, it's certainly in Napa Valley. You know, just you know, as a side barrier, there is like a plenty of and what the fuck, you know? I'm going to say. There is a place in Napa Valley that is like you know really different, and this is Frida's. And this is a place that, you know...
I've been there, driven by it many times.
This is a place that, you know, I disliked for a long time because they were like, you know...
next to the American Tire store.
That was, and you have this, like, you know, type of, like, you know, rubber thing coming up. Keep going. Rubber, you know, because of tires, you know.
Tire store.
And I tell you what, you know, there is this guy working the bar that is... What camera? This one? Moment. Phenomenal. I mean, he is like, phenomenal. Phenomenal. Yeah, it is really good. And
do you know his name?
Carlos,
yeah.
Carlos, the bartender.
And you go there.
He's the owner, bartender.
And you go there, and you are literally like a transport, you know, to a different. To, you know, Mexico.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mexico.
Mexico. This one.
And very, very good. I mean, that's like, you know, there is, you know, other places and things, but, you know, I think that, you know, that's a good place. I mean, this is a really good place.
Sounds great.
You find me there, and you find Suzanne, and you find, you know. Secret.
It's a secret.
Oh,
we don't want everyone
So you went there?
Now you're teaching us?
You went next door to get tired, and that's how you went there?
No.
That's how did you end up going there?
We're very excited it's Friday.
No, so, all right. So, and you have a very good point here. I used to go there, like, for dinner. Not for the bar, no, you know, it's just like, because I'm a one geek. And eventually... I give it the dinner aspect of it, but you know, everything with time kind of like really, you know, just narrowed down, and so I went back, you know, not long ago, and I was surprised how things were. I mean, that was like really good, and the guy is so good that you forget everything.
Really? So, is this a new ownership? Is that what's happened? Or?
No, it's just like, you know, they're like, you know, everything is about relationships, right? Yeah. And I got to know the Carlos, and Carlos is like, so, and I forgot all the things around it. And the guy and his tequilas, you know, I think he's the biggest tequila owner in California, in Napa Valley, at least in Napa Valley.
Yes. He has more tequilas at the bar than
place.
So we would love to.
More the Latin
Well, why don't we take the show again?
And it's just like absolutely amazing.
Wow.
Okay. I gotta take you there.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
When are we going?
And Carlos doesn't want anyone
I take you there too.
to
No. It's really awesome.
Blown that to shreds right now.
Yeah.
And I think, though, we need to move on and go on to the next topic, because it's been such a big week. We have so many things to talk about. And I want DDA to hold up his hands right now and show you his hands in the camera. like particularly this hole right here. And if you can see these, they're a little bit purple, as you might notice on his pointer finger, and that's because this is Premier Week in Napa Valley, which means one of the biggest or the biggest trade tasting. The only big trade tasting here, unmatched in Napa Valley, put on by the Napa Valley Vintners. And since, several of you here, Boris, Susan, I don't know, Deline, if you've been up at any of the premier events.
I have not.
Okay, and Didier, I'm hoping you're going to share with us a little of the inside scoop as to what's gone on, because it's not quite over yet.
How do I get an invite?
It's been going for a good couple of days now, and what have you seen?
Well, I mean, I think like to me, Napa Premier is like we had the show a couple of days ago with Steve Reynolds announcing the kickoff of Napa Premier. I think this is the most exciting event in Napa Valley. This is like a 5 days crucible. This is for professionals only.
That's true.
And I do mean it. I mean the activity and the testings and the opportunities of testing some wines and different barrels, and it's just really outstanding. And you can do that just within like a 3 or 4 day span. And all that goes to a good cause. It's just to help winners to raise more money, really for
all kinds
the
of programs
workers,
like
healthcare, like the Queen of the Valley and all that. It's pretty incredible the efforts those people are going through.
And it actually funds all of the Napa Valley Vintners' efforts throughout the year to promote Napa Valley wines, basically.
So this event is really open. This event is really open to people in the trade. That's not for every consumers, and really people for distributors and retailers. So those people get those kind of events.
So I saw people like from Lark Creek Steakhouse, and they're buying quantities of wine that's going to be exclusive for their winery that they can only get from Philippe Melka in this one day. And so there's an auction on Saturday where there are barrels created one time only barrels that you can buy.
And that's not necessarily barrels. It's like sometimes it's like a
a lot, like
5 cases, or 10 cases or 20 cases, or
they're only this one and only.
Yeah, you won't find it anywhere else. They only make it for this event, and if it's 5 cases, that's it.
That's it. They're done.
Yeah, but the experts like 20 minutes away. Now you have like people coming from China and coming from Japan to really bid on that and get us wines like those gems coming up to their own country.
But if you go to Lark Creek Steakhouse or many of the other restaurant establishments that are here to try to bid on some of these wines, you can get a chance to taste
Lark Creek won't be.
So I think that's fantastic.
I don't think Lark Creek is going to afford it.
Name tag. I'm not trying to. I just saw name tag today.
No. Are you going to be bidding on anything?
No, I used to do it back in the days, as you did too, when I was.
What your company is.
So I work for a company named Ilexus Fund, and what we do, we buy and sell rare wine, mostly French, and
expensive.
It's
really
rare.
Expensive.
Translate.
Really good stuff, but not cheap.
Yeah.
But obviously, back in the days when Didi and I used to be at Dina De Luca down the street, I mean, we did purchase some lots for Premier, because the thing is, as you mentioned, obviously it's a one-time deal. I mean, you can come to, like, let's say you got a certain winery that you do really well as a retailer. Then if they actually do a lot, then you can buy it all, and then you can obviously price it up to whatever you want, because you're the only ones featuring that wine. And usually it's always their best barrel or whatever it is, like special blend. It's always something special.
That's a little bit like for us, French people, the hospice du bon, where you go and buy from the barrel.
So it's different
and bid on that. Well, no, but that's the idea. The where you buy from the barrel, you can buy like 5 case lot or a 20 a barrel, and carry on with that. I mean, the fact of the matter is, at the end of the day, you own, 5 cases or 20 cases, that you sell, like 20 people or 5 people in the world
Right? It's the
will,
only
will
world,
own,
yeah.
and it's like, so this guy's like one case of this shit here, and this is the only one, that, one of the 5, or one of the 20, and it's very exciting because, one is wine, right? I mean, it's like, but what is exciting is the relationships you are around that.
Absolutely.
And, I tell you, like, you buy this, and the winner will, like, love you for the rest of your life. I mean, because that's funny, right? I mean, that's like,
obviously, we've been going to premiere. We have been going to premiere for about whatever, like 8, 10 years, whatever.
Wow, yeah.
And it sounds funny how, like, I was thinking about it today, driving back home, that it used to be the event for like people in the trade like us to go to winery that would not allow us as retailers to buy the wine because a lot of them just want to be featured in restaurants.
Right.
And you will go and you will actually buy the parcel and therefore establish a relationship in the hope that for the future they will actually start to give you wine as well. It's like some kind of like political as far as like you go to wineries that you cannot get their regular wine and therefore you're going to go and buy this specific parcel just to kind of like hopefully start to get some
and if
from
you
the
guys are
from the
interested
store,
out there in following the activity going on for Premiere, you can follow the hashtag PNV13, or you could also watch the @Napa Vintners tweet feed, because of course this is their event and they're tweeting all the time about it. But PNV13 is fun to follow because everybody's participating and all of the different parties that they're at. They're sharing pictures and whatnot. Speaking of parties, this is the real dish I want.
Yeah.
I want to know what these parties have been like that you've been to. Because last night when I left 5 o'clock, you went by the Uptown Theater and it was Rocky Horror Picture Show Central.
Yes.
Oh my!
Which looked like so much fun.
So
do tell. Come on.
Well, first, I just want to say
that was bizarre.
before we get into that, is that you get to taste all these wines, all these barrel samples, if you come to Premiere. So
there you go.
Yeah.
And that Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah,
we had.
That was something like
Steve and Susie Reynolds did a good job.
The chairman of this year, Steve Reynolds, that comes to the streets every often time, was one of the organizer of the event, and I was shocked. I mean. That was, I mean, first of all, because I thought I was, so when Steve told me, like, come to my party, I'm having a party at Uptown Theater, I thought it would be about Steve Reynolds, right? So we're going to get there. And then I'm going like there, and it's like, my God. I mean, that was like, about 20 wineries were down there pouring wine, like, in the 5-degree slope, and just walking there and see that so many people.
Walking around.
Well, yeah, and just like
and posing for pictures,
and just
and
characters
better than the people in the movie.
They
played the movie all night.
Yeah.
And the Rocky Horror Picture characters were walking around with amazing.
Oh, you look at.
I wanted him.
Have you gone? Have you gone to a Rocky Horror Picture Show?
I can't even count how many times I've gone to a Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah,
not in the last 20 years, but
prior
college when I lived in DC, when I even in between college. I loved it. I wanted to, I threw toast. We had the water gun. We took an umbrella.
Did people come with props?
Yes. Oh, yes, they did.
Did they act out during the film?
Yes, they did. And I have to say, it was after our show, so I didn't get to see the main part. We had a double header last night, as you know, and we'll get to that later. But I think that the really cool thing is that, actually I forgot. Never mind.
Margarita. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Susan.
Thank you, Susan.
So,
I feel
on
better
that
now.
note, though, you mentioned our shows this week. Actually, that
Yes.
topic just got touched on, mentioning a double header, and that's because last night we had on the McGraw family, basically. So Tim McGraw was very supportive of Toot Social and was Facebooking and tweeting about it because we had the people from the Tug McGraw Foundation. Tug McGraw is Tim McGraw's dad, who passed away from a brain tumor. And the Tug McGraw Foundation is based in Yountville.
And we have gifts for you too.
Oh, wow.
From
This is so
Tim
cool.
McGraw.
Check this
And
out.
for you, Julie.
No way.
Wow.
Wow.
So cool.
Post gifts. And
Wow.
that is a
McGraw.
wife beater that says "Truck Yeah."
Nice. I am set for the weekend.
Does that mean I have to have a wife to wear
And
it?
there's other goodies inside.
Oh, that's
Well,
awesome.
thank you.
Yeah, that was
oh,
really
wow.
cool.
And it says that a donation has been made in your honor also.
Oh,
nice.
beautiful.
Wow.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
But Hank McGraw, who is Tim McGraw's uncle, is just quite a character. Major baseball player, not in the major leagues, but minor leagues his entire career. And you got to wear the ring.
Oh, no, he was
Yeah.
in the majors.
Was he in the majors too? Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I missed
Actually,
that.
and he brought in Tug and said, I won't play for the Mets unless I bring my brother in. And that's how Tug McGraw became part of the baseball.
I didn't realize that.
I don't know.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I'm
Okay.
paraphrasing. But then, Tug went on to be like a hero of baseball for the Phillies as an amazing pitcher who has amazing fans.
And so what was this? I
Still
saw
to
a
this
ring,
day.
you know, Hank came on last night and he was wearing one of his baseball rings.
Yes.
And so tell us about that. You get to try that on.
Well,
Well.
Uncle Hank, I said, can I call you Uncle Hank? And he's like, yes. And he said, I'm a little nervous about coming on Toot Sweet. And so I said, well, let's go outside. And he said, oh, I see you have a ring. Can I wear it? He's like, yes. I said, take a picture, DDA. And he goes, oh,
Take
make sure to get your
take a picture, bitch. So I can
oh my God, I have a new friend. Hank and I were like this.
Hank was wearing quite a ball cap. So I won't say any more than that. You'll have to go back and watch the recorded video to see what I'm talking about. But yeah, it was quite a ball cap.
And here's the thing is that if you are a fan of any of the people on our show, I mean, you know, new people are coming up all the time, you can be here at the studio or log in and sitting next to the McGraw family.
Totally. We had an audience last night.
Yeah.
Great.
Wow.
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
of
it's all
course.
right.
Or
It's all right.
Boris.
Okay.
Or Boris.
What and I think like you know all of that, you know, what kind of important to me, and I'm saying kind of is like what there was like, you know, to have those guys coming up, you know, they are really from Napa, live in Napa or Vallejo, and stick around here and just, you know, just push it and help out in the community and use the community to you know, for the good cause. And so proud of us being part of that. That's awesome. I mean, that's, you know, it's just like a really it's great. I mean, and the guy is a good guy. I mean, like, you know, you talk to him like long hair. I'm like, you know. Your ankle. The guy's cool.
He's real. He's real.
It's real, exactly. I mean, like, you know.
Awesome. We got a great education about all the things we're doing, including the Brain Food Garden that's up there to educate people in Yountville at the Veterans Home. So
She was really good on that.
yeah,
I mean,
so if
she
you
was
haven't
really,
checked
really
that out.
I will check that out.
Yeah,
She
That
said,
sounds fabulous.
Jennifer Brewster said that kale and blueberries are the best thing you can do for your brain.
Two of my favorite foods.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Give me this thing here. This is blueberries, right?
Pomegranate.
Which is
Yeah, it's
also
pomegranate.
very
Pomegranate, which is
let's
good
talk
too,
about
though, isn't it?
It is very good.
I'm like,
It's
drawing
very
blank 'cause I'm
high in
like,
antioxidants.
This week,
Yeah.
Yes.
this,
young.
let's just talk about this series. This past 2 weeks is, I mean, we had some incredible stuff. This Simple Minds, Jed Grimes, logging in from Scotland in the middle of the night, actually, a little early Tuesday morning.
Calling
I think.
all 80s music
I
fans.
can't take it anymore.
Yeah,
The
it is.
divine.
Where you going?
That's too much pressure. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay.
He's taking a
He's
quick
going to go have a rock star cigarette. And Jed Grimes, who logged in from Scotland in the middle of the night, and my favorite part of that was just like, hey, we're still awake here in Scotland. That's no problem. Anyway, that was awesome. And then also we had Maynard Webb, who is the board member of eBay, Yahoo, and Salesforce.com, and it was so much fun to have him here because on Tuesday when he had his show, he had just learned over the weekend that he made the bestsellers list for the New York Times, the Washington Post, the Wall Street Journal, and Publishers Weekly.
And we had him here talking about his book.
And he drove up from Los Gatos. He could have just logged in, but he didn't.
No, it was very cool.
What?
And he again was like so down to earth and so cool and just, like very just great human being to be around,
I know. How lucky are we?
Absolutely.
And then we also had from the new book, Trust Me, I'm Lying, Ryan Holiday.
Yeah,
here on Tuesday.
Exactly.
And we are so happy to have him. He does the marketing for American Apparel.
Yeah.
And he's revealing the secrets because he says, the marketing business is all about lying to the consumer in a way. Yeah. And he's revealing respectfully where we need to go with marketing.
Right.
And that is telling the truth and giving reality to the story, and don't make up things and stories. I mean, he's a fascinating guy. So watch that show, and I won't tell you what he said. You just need to watch the show.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And then last night, of course, we had Hank McGraw.
Yes.
McGraw family. But we also had Robert Craig Winery.
We did.
Which was fantastic. And we had Chef Greg Cole, and we did a throwdown of a filet mignon, and I think it was a porterhouse.
Yeah, It was so tasty. It was so delicious.
And that was fun because Cabernet and meat go together, as we know.
A marriage made in heaven.
Yes. And we make fun of that sometimes, Gracie and I. Gracie's back there. Gracie and I make fun of that sometimes because every time in our wine shows, everybody says, so what do you like to drink with, what do you like to eat? I did the way you what do you like to eat with this wine?
Yeah,
and we say,
grilled
meat. It's always grilled meat.
Totally.
Okay. We know red wine goes well with grilled meat, but we got a little bit deeper into it last night, into how to prepare grilled meat.
What did we do Wednesday? I was there.
It's been a long week.
Show on Wednesday.
Wednesday was awesome. What did we do?
I don't know.
It was awesome.
It's not
Awesome. I completely.
So much fun you guys forgot.
I totally thought. I knew
you must
it
check
right
it out.
before you said that.
I know. Anyway, we'll remember it.
Wednesday was wine. And that's when we did the Premier Napa Valley, and we
right.
also had Ashley
It was Premier
Teplin.
Napa Valley and Drink
Talking
Careers
about-
101. That's what it was. Yes, I knew we'd remember. It's
Mutineer
I'm
Magazine.
going to blame the margarita.
Please do. That's what I'm blaming.
Well, I just want to set the record straight here. We are unprofessional on purpose. That was in the business plan. I am not kidding you. So we give a 30-second, if that, media training to our guests. And so we say, if we're pointing to the camera, that's the camera you look at.
Yeah.
And we have, this is online. This is, actually, it's the future. They said this is the future of television.
Yes.
Right.
Will be,
Absolutely.
And
it's been great because
this is more than that.
I think this is better.
Yeah,
I think
this is better.
Yeah.
this is the future of your computer. This is
Yeah.
the future of now,
Right.
where you can interact immediately with whoever and
totally.
whatever
It is coming
program
back.
is streaming.
Well, I want to give a plug really quick, though. I don't want to gloss over it too much, but Drink Careers 101. Great Kickstarter project started by Mutineer Magazine and all of the good folks over there as a way to help, particularly the millennial generation, because several, more than half of all of the college students that are coming out of college today are still unemployed and they're not finding work. And obviously we know the job market is hard for everybody, but the aim of this is to pull together a group of advisors, including the two of you. So Susan and Didier are on that panel. I think I'm also joining, but there's a lot of great people. Christine Trice, who's also one of our hosts, is also on the advisory panel. But the idea is to really give newcomers who want to break into the drinks business, whether it's tea, soft drinks,
tea, coffee, marketing,
alcohol,
sales, PR, anything related to the drinks, because that avenue of the economy has not slowed down.
No, it hasn't. It's growing. Yeah.
And that's what's so interesting is that's not part of what these colleges are teaching kids, or kids or older people, whoever is going to college these days. What are their options to, have a career?
Exactly.
And why not make it more well known about how to get a career in a burgeoning industry that's not slowed down.
And the same note, I think that Boris will concur with me.
Boris.
But I will. But
I easily agree.
All it takes is
it is definitely if you want to travel. If you want to, if you like, traveling is one of your be in the beverage industry is cool thing.
Absolutely.
Because you can go and put yourself in the right position where you can go to any country in the world and get to travel and meet people and all that. So that's actually how I came up on US, and that's with the not the beverage industry itself. That was more the restaurant industry, but the restaurant, the beverage industry will definitely give you that as well.
Absolutely.
It's you got to be passionate and don't be a slacker though. I mean, if you go into that, you have to go for it.
Well, and that's what this is geared to do, is to tell people, hey, if you want to do PR in the wine business, these are the skills you need, and this is what you need to hone. Right. Or if you want to be a bartender, this is what you need to do. And so if you're interested in helping them fund this Kickstarter project, just go to Kickstarter.com and look for Drink Careers 101, and I'm sure you can find it there. So check it out. But
I think that's a great thing.
I'm super excited. I'm really excited about that. It started yesterday.
It's a great project.
Cool. Yeah.
Great project. All right. Should we move on to a few food?
I know that a lot of people logging in right now are questioning. They've been clamoring about. No, I actually got some emails about this.
Oh, you did?
About we have another one of our hosts joining us right now. I love it.
Sweet, James.
Come in, James. How are you?
Hello, James. Right here.
Come on, join us. We can
No.
Yeah.
Come on, we'll make room. There we go. We're good.
You need a margarita. It's National Margarita Day.
Absolutely.
No, I come on National Margarita.
You're so lucky. Our fellow Scotsman is ready to have a margarita. We're an international show.
Yeah.
Not only that, but you're just in time to question Mr. Didier about the new project called Cork Wars.
Yes.
CorkWars.com.
Thank you. Yes, absolutely.
And this is fantastic. And he needs you to help question him about exactly what is Cork Wars, because everyone's asking.
Okay.
So,
what is it? Wait, first of all, let's back up for a moment. CorkWars.com is where they can go, right?
Yes.
And it launches March.
The first restaurant is Morimoto.
Okay, and it launches when? March when?
March 1st.
March 1st.
Yeah.
Okay,
March
so coming
1st.
right up.
So like next Friday?
Yes, like a week from today.
A week from today.
And what is Cork Wars? I think to me, when I put this thing together, was I just want to acknowledge the hard work of sommeliers, wine buyers, in a restaurant that chefs are very important, but a chef is a chef. A sniper is a sniper.
That's no.
You can be a good sniper without a spotter.
Yeah.
You have to have your spotter to be a sniper.
That was super good.
We're talking too much at once.
And the wingman.
That's right.
That's right.
And I really think that the sommeliers are those guys, and they're getting more credit now, especially with the movie that came up. And that's funny because I wasn't even expecting this movie coming.
You talk about some, yeah.
Some. And the idea is like of Cockors was really to and this is a test run with Napa Valley, but the idea of Cock Wars is a group of restaurants working with sommeliers and making one dish, two dishes, and two wines, and send that to a membership. So people are doing the dish and test the wine, and there is like a video going into that where where the sommelier will explain how they came up into the business, talk about the philosophy of the restaurant, and explain why they picked the wines.
But this is a game, right?
It's a game because
it's a competitive game. It's a membership, but it's also a competitive game.
That's right, because the people are voting into that, and so they're voting for the best restaurant. So in Napa Valley, it will be like 12 restaurants, 12 months, 12 restaurants. So the campaign is for the month. So the first month is going to be Morimoto.
Okay.
So the full month is going to be like that pairing.
Yeah.
The food and one pairing.
Yes, we want to hear. Yeah. Question.
Well, so there's two different restaurants at once, or one?
No, one at a time.
So one restaurant, one dish, two sommeliers, two different wines.
No.
Who's doing the best pairing? No.
No, it's like it's like it's one restaurant.
Yes.
Once a month, and two dishes and two wines.
So for that one restaurant, you're choosing which was the best pairing between the two dishes and two
So
wines.
they decide.
Who's they?
Who's they?
The sommeliers and I have nothing to do with that. The sommelier and the chef.
No, but we're talking about the voting part, the gaming part.
How is it
The members,
their favorite?
the members are now receiving that. So the idea behind that is get the wines ahead of time, and the recipes will be available into cookwars.com.
Okay.
And
so
with all that, and they have to make it and take pictures of it. So now the more you participate, you take pictures, you earn corks. You refer people, you earn corks. All that.
You earn points by making the dishes that the chef.
And you comment, and you're gonna comment on the presence of the sommelier, and the way he explained that. And why you pick this wine, why not, and the philosophy of that. So you can vote on all.
So is this the first year of this?
Yes.
Yeah.
March 1st.
First time.
So this sounds cool. Like interactive game where not only are you encouraged to cook, but you're encouraged to taste new wines, right?
That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
And
So,
how do you become a member?
I can see too, just real quick, I can see like you getting a bunch of your friends to join and be part of this club, because I'm assuming by joining the club, this is how you get the wine. Is that what happens?
So you get the wine. So the more you participate, so there is a set of rules and the ways of you can get corks.
Okay.
So eventually, what you get is like the more you participate, the more corks you're getting.
Yeah.
Right? And at the end of the year, if you're the best, by participating consumer, you get a gift certificate of the best restaurant of the region.
Oh, that's
the region
nice. So then you get to go out to dinner.
That's $500. And on top of that, you have 2 nights stay on one of the best hotels here in Napa Valley.
Awesome.
So how many restaurants are participating this year?
It's going to be 12.
Okay.
So we have right now we start with Morimoto.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
And
Hello,
but Bottega and Goose and Gander and Fagiani and a lot of some of the great restaurants of Napa Valley that people come here.
Question. So what's the? People are listening. What's their this one? Okay.
Which one?
So where do they go online to find out which restaurant and which, because they have to get register in advance in order to get the wine, correct?
That is a very good question. You know,
If we want to
Thank you.
compete.
that's something like, you know, maybe I'm gonna ask you, like, you know, is it something I should be like I should be revealing, you know, ahead of time, or this is something like, you know, people should like trust me on that. I can, I could, you know. Well, I already revealed some of the restaurants, like with, like, you know, Morimoto and the other.
Bottega
So,
and the
yeah,
So
but
is
then
it-
there is 12 though.
Is it limited to Napa right now, Napa restaurants? Like, in
I-
other words, if you could get a New York restaurant, like right now, if there's a New York plum out there watching and you
That
want to
would
put
be-
your restaurant on
That
your
would be
board,
the next chapter.
Okay, got
That's
it.
the 2014.
Well, but the idea, like, eventually, this is like, you know, NDA. This is NDA on camera.
We'll have to sign-
You
have to sign-
motherfuckers, you know, like, everyone watching this thing here. Well, eventually,
Oh,
I like that.
eventually, it would be great to have like a different chapters, like,
Yeah.
you know, like Chicago and so you have like a different group of like, you know, really members, you know, because you have like, you know, shipping situation, you know, one shipping is going to be coming to
Yeah, exactly.
so like, you know, but if
We
you can
love those
if you
direct
can
shipping
do
lines.
the segment like, you know,
question.
Chicago and New York.
Yeah.
Question.
All right.
Thank you, Boris.
What's the price?
At this point, it's $80. I think this is a little bit too much.
80 or 80?
No.
Are we talking about? Were we talking about
What?
Canadian dollars or US
Stop
dollars?
saying that.
Because, you know, it makes difference.
That's $80.
It's too much.
Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah, I think.
There's your.
Well, $80 gets you what? Gets you the
What is
wine.
$80
No,
wine?
no, you get a lot of
He's
it.
a terrible salesman right now.
No, I'm not. I think that, you know, I'm not here to sell anything. I mean, I'm here to. There is a job that you know, that is very
Great
important, and I think there is some wine that is overpriced, and I think that I have to start with that at this point here and check it out. If I can make it like lower, I will definitely make it lower.
No, but you still didn't answer Boris's
Yeah,
question.
thank
So
you.
when you
That's
sign up
$80.
and you pay your $80 membership, what do you get for that membership?
So what you get for your, you know, you have like, you know, so you receive your 2 wines, every month. You have access to a lot of wines besides the wine that are being like a feature to that. But, you know, the 2 wines you get, you know, you have a, you know, very good discounts. And to that, you have the unique recipes from incredible chefs, incredible restaurants that, like, you know, be cut down to, like, you know, a for people. There is you know, $500
Redeem
price for the you know, that doesn't exist with any one club.
Yeah.
You've
And
been at Premier Napa Valley all day.
and then there is
I
also
was gonna just like.
and then there is also like, you know, 2 nights, you know, a stay in a hotel.
So
So there is a lot of, like, unlike, you know, really any wine clubs, you know, where you get like, you know, 20% discount on the case or anything like that. It's more of a gaming. It's like, you know, more of a
And it links to pairing.
well, that's all about pairing. This is all about, you know. So this is like all kind of like the Facebook, you know, from the restaurant, you know, to the restaurant, Facebook.
Well, it sounds like fun because it reminds me of like, you could have, like I said, if you got a whole bunch of your friends to join this club, I can almost picture you having this like virtual, it's almost like a mini top shelf.
That's what I'm
competition
thinking.
in a way,
It
because
is,
you have to
absolutely.
cook the dishes, which is kind of cool, and you get the
Yeah.
experience of enjoying the dishes.
And
You
sharing
get the
pictures
experience
with-
of sharing the
Yeah.
wines and sharing the pictures. You could do a little snack talk probably, because if you're seeing your, you know, 4 corks ahead or whatever from
Yeah.
one gathering.
Smack talk. I've never heard of this.
Talk.
What is
Oh,
smack
yeah.
talk?
We've been doing a lot. We've been talking smack here a
I don't
lot.
know about what is smack talk.
You know, where you're like giving the other person a jab, a hard time, a little.
Yeah, like my dish is better than yours, and this is why. I've got more corks than you. Yeah.
So anyway, I mean, I really think that, you know, what I'm creating is like, you know, offering is like a club that's really unique, in a way that because it's like really involving in the all side of the business, so the gaming opportunities.
Okay.
I only have one question.
Whatever.
Is this $80 per month or $80 for the entire deal? $80
No,
for the year.
it's $80 a month.
$80 a
Plus
month.
tax, plus shipping,
Thank
plus
Without Susan, just so you know.
It's okay. Okay.
She's in a world of her own.
I want to get more information.
Happy place.
Yeah.
Happy place.
Yeah.
It's a happy place.
Again, we're having margaritas, people on CGIF. So, if you want more information on Cork Wars, www.corkwars.com, and you can get all the details there. Not only to sign up, but if you're a restaurateur or a sommelier or chef out there watching right now, and you want to have your restaurant featured on Cork Wars, that's the way to do it as well.
That's right.
So, now, before I move on to the next thing, we're so glad you're here.
I am
Did
glad
you
I'm
have
here.
something to share before we
No,
go?
I had nothing to share. I've come here to consume.
James
I'm just,
Taylor, folks. James Taylor.
I walked in the door. I was actually back at the office and I was watching the show online, and I thought, our office is across the street. I thought, they're having far too much fun. I need to come over here, so I decided to come over and join.
Perfect. We're so glad. Well, you're right in time to go to our little ripped from the headline segment. So, we took a look at the food news. There's a lot of giggling going on here. A look at the food news that was out there for today, and here are a few of the things that caught our attention. And first, we're going to go to the monster goldfish that's been discovered in Lake Tahoe.
The what?
So,
What?
the monster goldfish.
We have
a picture of this, and are we seeing this
Big.
now? Okay, so you guys are seeing the monster
so if you guys
goldfish.
are seeing that, I can do
This baby is 1.5 feet long and weighed more than 4 pounds.
Wow.
Yep.
And the scary thing is that they found a nice corner where there's about 15 other goldfish.
Oh, wow.
And apparently they're all spawning and creating more baby goldfishes.
So,
And these are the same goldfish that come out of your fish tank.
So
So this is the problem, that people are taking their fish tank fish that they decided they suddenly don't want anymore for whatever reason.
On a trip
And they're
travel.
going, I'm just going to put them in the stream, right?
I'm going to freeze the goldfish.
It'll be fine. Well, the problem with this is that they're starting to consume the native life like the trout that we love to eat for dinner.
They love trout eggs. Yes, they do.
Yeah, so from a food standpoint, this is kind of a problem.
biodiversity issue.
Huge biodiversity issue. So, the lesson is don't be throwing your goldfish, into the...
I think a lot of people flush them down the toilet when they're dead, though.
Yes.
So what?
And
And then
you
just come back to life in the water.
as scary as it sounds, you probably should just
Maybe.
let it go.
But
just
so he brings.
air them out, and throw them in the trash.
So, but he brings this
Take them to your food, maybe the fish place where you bought them. I don't know.
That brings
Feed them to your
story
kitty cat.
about a situation about the ownership of a pet.
Right.
And whatever this is a dog or fish apparently.
Yeah.
And you have to be responsible for that, right?
Yeah.
And not flush it or dump it or leave it,
Exactly.
or put it.
On the positive side, that thing looks like it's got some meat to it. So I'm wondering what it's going to taste like.
But
So, Delene, how would you fillet this beautiful 4-pound goldfish?
Just like I would
Are you
any
silly?
nice.
I know how to
seriously,
fillet.
what? Yeah, just like you would any other fish, like a nice big crappie or a bluegill. You know,
Wouldn't it be like eating
It's
a
a
koi or
snapper.
something? That would be a
A
little
perch
weird.
or something.
A
It's not
perch,
have a lot of kind of bones and.
it's going to be a bony fish.
Yeah.
They're in the carp family.
Yeah.
So it's going to be, but the Chinese love it. When I lived in Colorado, we would bowfish for carp and take it to the Chinese restaurant, and they loved the carp.
So,
they didn't have time to.
So what wine are we gonna pair with?
Yeah, that's a good question.
We're looking for wine pairing with enormous goldfish.
Well,
You always have to try it, but
Yeah.
let's assume it's
I had
a carp type
It's
taste.
a car. I had a nice Sauvignon Blanc the other day that had just light smoky notes to it, which I thought was very unusual for the wine. But it was delicious, and I was thinking a nice lightly smoked fish would go beautifully. And you could cold smoke some carp, serve it with some crackers, some creme fraiche.
Could you have on the side as a little compote, you know, the fish food, the goldfish food that you give them for that really strong taste to it. And garnish.
Yes. Well, you know, they make that.
You can put a little small castle. You know, one of these little small castles that are just on the edge of the plate.
Right, there you go.
That blows bubbles.
Yeah, I like that. I'm liking it.
I'm thinking that the rice seasoning that has kelp and sesame seeds, and that I think that would pair beautifully.
And I don't know if viewers can see this picture, but it looks like the person that's picked this thing out has got radioactive hands. Yeah. Obviously, Lake Tahoe has some issues with its radioactivity.
Exactly. All right, well, so now we'll move on from enormous to giant.
And I just want to say one thing. If you can read what's on her T-shirt, you will win a Toot Sweet T-shirt.
Ooh, did you hear that?
You know.
So check
and
out
don't
the girl.
They have to have seen that already.
They have to go back to the entire show.
If you know
yes,
what was written on her T-shirt, we will send you a Toot Sweet T-shirt anywhere.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome trivia question. We love that all the way. Okay, so we're going to go to something else in a moment, but first, to lead into that, obviously the Oscars are coming up. Do you guys all like to watch the Oscars?
Love, yep, fun.
Okay, Oscars are coming up. And for the 19th year, Wolfgang Puck will again be the official chef of the Oscars.
And he's serving those chocolate gold-dusted
exactly, gold-dusted mini chocolate Oscars.
How do you manage that? I mean, how do you imagine that for 19 years in a row, like, you know, being like, you know, this isn't that good, is it?
He knows somebody.
Well, I don't know.
He's not that good. Okay, so obviously he won't be on the show.
Hollywood,
Anytime soon.
I think he is that good.
He is that good.
Yeah.
I think he is. I really, truly think he is that good.
Well, but you know what? That type of event, so many people to be served. Never been to a dinner, I've been to like dinners with star chef, no problem. But once you have like a huge amount of people to be serving, you know, I mean, it's good food, but it's never wow.
Okay. The good thing is they'll have all these Hollywood actresses. They don't eat anything anyway.
That's right.
It doesn't matter. Water, please. One little leaf of salad, and you'll be fine. You know.
But in addition to the gold-dusted mini chocolate Oscars, apparently he's doing like an Oscar-shaped flatbread with a puree of like lentils and mushrooms or something like that on it. And I don't know what else is on the menu.
It's great.
Quick sidebar. I fell on Wolfgang Puck in the Spago restaurant. Before I was in the food and wine industry, I was dining there with my mother one evening, and we were among the last to leave the restaurant. And I'm walking along in my very high heels, and I slipped and was about to like do a face plant, and I grabbed the shoulders of the person whose back was to me, just to keep from falling down. And he turned around, and of course he was shorter than I was, but and it was Wolfgang Puck, and I would imitate his accent right now, except I can't. But he was just like, "Are you okay?" And you know, I was like, we had this funny exchange, which I no longer remember, unfortunately. But I was just like, and then I walked out, and I'm like, I just fell on Wolfgang Puck. I mean, so it was like, you know, a huge deal for me at the time. I was like starstruck.
Who's presenting the Oscars this year? Is it Steve Martin again? I know it was English guy that got into a problem.
Family Guy. It's Seth MacFarlane.
Oh,
Family Guy. He's
very
hilarious.
Funny. He's very funny, actually.
Yeah.
And a good singer, a good jazz singer.
Really?
Every year he does a concert at the Royal Albert Hall in London where he sings all these big band tunes. He's a huge Frank Sinatra fan.
I had no idea.
Very talented guy. Very talented.
Wow.
I had no idea as well. Well, this Oscar talk then led me to start thinking about what were some of my favorite food scenes in movies. And I don't know if you guys want to take a moment and think about that. But I'll give you a couple that I thought of. One was the movie Big with Tom Hanks, you know, obviously where he's playing a kid, essentially, and he picks up the little mini corn, and he starts, like the little mini corn, you know, because he thinks that's how you're supposed to eat it, which is like, that's just too adorable. Another one that I thought of was Bill Murray in Groundhog Day,
Mhm.
where he finally goes to the diner and he just orders like everything on the menu, which is like a dream. Who wouldn't want the opportunity for reliving the same day over and over again, that to finally just go in and go, oh, the calories don't matter anymore. I'm just going to order everything.
Yeah.
Everything on the menu.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah.
And I don't know, do you guys have anything that's coming to mind?
It's like the only thing I can think of is the orgasm scene of when
amazing.
There's not really any food
Yeah.
involved, but they are in a restaurant.
They are in a restaurant.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of.
That brings to mind 9.5 weeks, but we won't go there.
Oh yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, but I love. Yeah.
You gotta be sway on that.
Okay, yeah. This is making me blush.
So, and then
Well, I love movies like Tortilla Soup, where they're cooking through the entire movie and
Exactly.
talking about their food and their relation to food and family.
or even
and,
more recently, Julie and Julia.
Sure.
I love the
Maybe.
scene where she's laying in the kitchen floor, kicking and screaming like a 3-year-old.
Because the thing falls out of the.
Yeah.
Well, that's, you know, and who doesn't
I like
love
Rambo.
Julia Child?
lots of people don't love her. Actually, let's just put this out there. Lots of people don't love Julia Child.
Oh, that's true. Really?
Really?
I'm
Love
saying,
to
right?
know from her. to me
She's
on
kind of
my-
like an angry bitch.
Really?
Really? No way.
Okay, so we're gonna have to say that part too.
Yeah.
We need to-
I'm sorry.
Well, that's what came across in Julie.
It's very
Well, I
simple.
think it's
Like, you know,
true.
Yeah.
swag over there.
Yeah.
No, it's true. We not represent.
Yeah. Well, see, I
Well,
didn't have that experience.
what if we
but-
Me
Yeah.
either.
Maybe.
I watched her growing
I'm
up
just saying,
every
I still
Saturday.
love
Well,
her,
I
but-
met her a couple of times because I worked for Rob Mondavi and she was very good friends with them, and so you know, got to interact with her.
Any disgusting food scenes in movies then?
Oh, I think we are about to show
Well,
one,
well,
aren't
we
we?
have one. I have one too, though.
We should define that. What is this?
Well, discussing according to a 12-year-old boy, or
Oh well, nothing is boy.
PG or
Broccoli.
I'm trying to think. Disgusting food scenes.
the only disgusting ones I can think of are when food is being regurgitated.
You missed the creosote from the Monty Python movie. Have you seen that film where he gives them one
wafer.
mint? That's a pretty disgusting scene. That's a
Exactly.
Oh.
That's a gluttony. Yeah,
Gluttony.
exactly. Absolutely. That's an excellent example. But yes, anyway, so enjoy the Oscars, and hopefully you'll also have wine in hand. And we want to take a moment to thank our wine sponsor of the month, which is Saint Supery Vineyards and Winery, based out of Rutherford. We've got their beautiful Cabernet Sauvignon here tonight that we've been enjoying.
We
all
have
month
not.
summer.
We have been drinking
Well, not
margaritas.
tonight,
Oh, no,
but
we're
we've been
talking-
enjoying.
Oh, yeah.
Or drink straight from the
And that's
bottle.
what's
Although
great about
Didier's
it.
been enjoying it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's been enjoyed.
And anything else before we say adieu? No?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Actually,
We
this
have
is
to
wrapping
wrap
two
this
weeks.
up.
Yeah.
I'm going to go off the top of my head and just say thank you to all of the hosts,
That was a great show.
of 5 o'clock somewhere and Toot Sweet Social Club. It's been a fantastic 4 weeks.
It
Has
that we've
been.
had
I can't
together.
believe it's 4
And we
weeks
can't
already.
wait to start this back up again together. Amazing guests, amazing hosts, and lots of fun.
Yeah, I think you know. To me, it's been like a really the amount of character and that was really cool.
Yeah.
I think that, and I really think this is like what we're trying to achieve. You know, Susan and I from the beginning was to create a platform where, like, you know, there was a free conversation where, you know, you guys can, you know, come up and lead things and people, be part of it.
Yeah.
And
And I
in a
think
different way.
It's
I mean,
really
you know,
important to say that this is not television. This is us around the table with you.
Exactly.
And so we may lose our voice for a moment, or we may not look at the right camera.
Or we may say beep.
And
We may not
we
get
may
to follow either.
hold up a sign
Yeah,
with the
that-
Twitter handles. And you know what? Join us and enjoy yourselves and we're bringing you in.
The best shows are when you're on it.
Yeah.
I mean, really.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can tell this isn't television, because if this was television, below the table, we would all be naked. But this is not TV.
Yeah, I don't know
Well, sometimes Boris is naked, but we just don't show that.
for sure.
And so at the end
not very pretty.
of this second series, we've done this for 4 weeks now. 2 weeks in January, 2 weeks in February, and we're going to do 2 weeks in March and 2 weeks in April. And we want you to tell us what you want to hear and what you want to see.
Please.
And thank you, Tia Buck, rock star.
You are awesome,
Yeah.
Tia.
Rock star broadcaster.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And it wouldn't be possible without all of these guys, for sure.
Oh, yeah, you can do this.
I've learned that.
James, everyone could do this on their own. Everyone could do this on their own, but they choose to do it here. So
We have some issue with James right now.
That is not surprising.
that's absolutely true.
But no, March 18th, right? Is the
And
when we start
James
up
is
again?
leaving us locally, but he's going to be participating.
So I'll be joining you from,
virtually.
actually March, in that point in March, I will be probably joining you from Scotland or Italy, one of those places.
So we'll get you up at all hours of the night.
Yeah, we're gonna be.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get loads of people
and
joining.
lovely Allison as well.
Yeah.
She's a lovely Allison.
She's going to poke you and say, James.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a request right now for those of you who may have missed one or two of these shows. James and Allison, his wife, both are amazing performers themselves. You know, not only are they involved in the music business, but I hope we get to see a little more performance.
I would
maybe,
love
again,
Could be.
moving forward.
Yeah.
Coming to you live from Rome.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, for sure.
With Jelly.
With Andre Boucher.
Yeah,
I'll
sure,
call
sure.
Andre.
Yeah.
Oh, Andre, first name basis.
Andrea Bocelli. So thank you, Tia, James, and Deline, the master of meat.
Yes. Incredible.
Fantastic.
Brought some amazing gardeners on and some amazing food tips and food facts and information. It's been really, really great.
Yeah.
You guys have been awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
You're fantastic, and we're going to come back in the next season in March, and we will reveal those dates on our calendar at tootsuite.com. I have to also give some thanks to Boris, who thought of the word 5 o'clock somewhere.
Oh,
But we haven't really done anything else.
Oh, no. Thank you very much.
That's training. Well, cheers.
Yes, good help.
And
to you as well.
Cheers.
We love you, Boris.
Here's to March.
Yeah.
Here's to March.
Yeah,
March.
All right. Cheers.
Andiamo.
Okay.
Andiamo.
Have a great weekend, everybody.
Here we go.
On y va.
Good night.
Maintenant,
See you in
tout de
March.
suite.